Hey everybody, welcome on into episode 2 of the Full Caps podcast. Once again, we adorn our not so thinking caps, because let's be honest, we don't do any thinking around here. And today it's just going to be me and my co-host Mikey. And how you doing today, Mikey?
Doing pretty good,
You
Chris.
know,
How are you doing?
aside from showing up like 30 minutes late to record everything.
Look, man, I had to I had to take care of things. I had to look pretty. It's just the process.
I think I'm going to wear my hat like this today. Just wear it off the bun.
Honestly, I have to wear mine at an angle because for some reason, it's staying absolutely still like this.
No, you know how people when they get serious, like, no, I'm just a more advanced version of Ash Ketchum, because you know when he goes to like throw the Pokeball, he's just like, all right. Now I'm just showing the more extreme version. He can't pull this off. He's like 10. He doesn't even grow hair.
God, I mean, let's talk about that real quick. The immortal Ash Ketchum literally goes to like what 7 generations before they finally said, "Hey, you're
Well,
gonna get like 1 year older. Looks more like a child."
didn't he get like? Isn't like the current iteration of Ash has like that little pedo stash going on?
It, that's a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Have you
What?
not seen how he looks recently? Like in the latest Pokemon videos or in the latest anime, he has like a pedo mustache and his hair like sticks out sideways like a more anime protagonist character.
Oh,
And he
actually, I
also
think
looks
I
more
realized.
Mexican. And he also looks more like Hispanic.
Okay, I think. All right, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've seen. Yeah, because I think that was like how they introduced him in Sun and Moon, and then the new generation now. I think he still has that, but like it's just the fact that he went from like, oh yeah, the old school kind of art style of like he looks like a teenager to now he's just a child.
No, and also they like took out like all the angulation in his face. He's just flat and round.
Exactly. I'm like, bruh, can we just make him like 20 years older or something? This kid has gone through like 10 different generations. He's had so many friends. Like, how
That
he's gotta be like old.
You know, I don't know who actually makes the show or directs the show, but I remember, you know how there's a new girl like every season. The reason, and
Yes.
I quote, if I remember it correctly, it's so that the boys have a new eye candy every season,
I,
even though all these girls are supposed to be like 10, 11 years old.
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, first off, they're not like designed to be like eye candy. They just look like, a
I don't
kid's
know.
cartoon girl.
It might just
So
it might just be a fake. It might be like some misleading information that I've read before, but I feel like as I heard that somewhere else before, like in one of those
I
like
guess.
top 10 things you didn't know about Pokemon.
Okay, yeah, because I don't know, because like this new generation, the best friend like character is like, I think they're supposed to be like gender neutral or something, because their design initially is like of like a guy, but if I remember correctly, they're actually a girl,
Interesting.
and so it's like the first time like the Pokemon animation has had like a character that doesn't look immediately like a guy, like a girl. They look like a guy, but they're a girl, so it's like
This is
I don't know
just
if they're
another
moving away
example
from
of
that.
this is just another example on how we're I don't even know how to go off on this rant.
Appealing to the male fantasy.
To the male they're leaning towards trap culture. It's disgusting.
Oh, God.
Is that too much for you? Does that make you blow your lid?
Yes,
That's what we should have called
exactly.
last week's segment when I was going off on working at groceries. Just blow your lid, boom, take off the cap. Oh well, afterthoughts. But
True.
speaking about the immortal Ash Ketchum, forever ago, and this is an old theory online. It kind of goes along with something I wanted to bring up this podcast anyway. So there was a theory that Ash Ketchum. So do you remember in the first episode of the original Pokemon anime, like Pikachu's all mean and he like hates Ash and he's like shocking him at
Yeah,
times, and then he gets caught in the storm of Fearows. I think it was either Fearows or Pidgeys. It was one of the original starting flying types.
Fearos.
And was it Fearows? Yeah. And so Pikachu came and protected Ash because Pikachu is sick. Ugh, I'm losing my brain on it, but the Thunderbolt came down, took out all the Fearow, but it also like knocked Ash off of his bike and like burnt Misty's bike
I
or
think
whatever
yeah.
it was. And so the theory goes that like Ash is just stuck in a coma after that point on, because from that point on, everybody started being more nice to him, because it showed that Pokemon were aggressive and attacked people during the first couple episodes, but ever since he fell off and Pikachu warmed up to him, all the Pokemon are suddenly now nice and docile and don't harm people. And like I know his Pokemon were supposed to like represent some stuff. Like I know Charmander was supposed to be his either puberty or sexuality, because like as a Charmander, listen to him, it was under control because the fire was small, and then like his desire grew with the Charmeleon. Yeah, it was insane.
What?
Yeah, and like
Dude, I
it
just thought it was a kids show.
and no, and something like the Mewtwo, like Mewtwo and all the legendary Pokemons are like the drugs being administered to him in his coma to like keep him induced or something like that. Oh, it's been so long since I've heard of it. It was so wild. My brother showed it to me when I was like really young.
What kind of messed up, bro? It's just a kids show. You don't need to take it that far. Like, we're trying to psychoanalyze this shit, and it's just, bro. It's just boy catch Pokemon. It doesn't need to be
Boy
anything more
catch
than that.
Pokemon. Dude, no, but like I don't know, man. I like delving into things that aren't actually there. Like I love conspiracy theories. I'm not a proponent that I like believe in any of them myself, except for one, and it is my favorite conspiracy theory, and that is I am a firm believer of, you know how when you take a picture of like Bigfoot, or all the videos of Bigfoot are all blurry and such, and how we haven't had one with our nice new cameras, and even if they do, it's blurry. I'm just in the camp that Bigfoot is just blurry. He's just a blurry person. You go up to him, you meet him in the wild, he's pixelated. That's my belief.
I mean, with like all the shit I seen online of people like, oh my god, I just transferred like my consciousness into like the world of like a TV show. Like there's a whole segment on TikTok about people who fucking like transferred, like they couldn't like send themselves to a whole reality in a show or something. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Bigfoot existed in our plane of existence as just a mass of pixels that were blurred out, and he's just that's how he moves around
No,
and shit. He's
like-
just a blurry figure.
Like, no, all the stereotypes about Bigfoot and everything is real. It's just that he's blurry. Like, imagine how much more. That's like Lovecraftian at some point. Because, like, if you look at a monster from Lovecraft, you go insane. Imagine just a giant, blurry fucking gorilla running at you full speed on its hind legs. You tell me, you pick me one thing that sounds more terrifying than that.
I definitely have to agree, that would be scary as shit to just see that rolling in on you from like out of the blue too. You're just casually chilling one day, and all of a sudden you see a giant mass of pixels running straight at you, blurred out, no details whatsoever, and you're like, bro, first off, you're like, do I need glasses? Second off, what the fuck is that? Like,
I think we can bring upon this. So since he's pixelated, and now with your theory that he comes from like the TVs and the internet and stuff, that he's just a mass escaped from that, do you think his voice would be auto-tuned?
nah, he would sound like the old fax machines that are trying to like pump
It's
out
the AOL
information.
startup sound.
Yes, he'd just be that.
Maybe that's why on the shows like Finding Bigfoot and stuff, they can't actually find him because they're using the wrong mating call. They just need to bring out an AOL fax machine. AOL fax machine, those are two different things. One's an internet service, Chris. The other one is a tangible object.
God, why are you such a boomer?
Dude, I am a boomer.
Why you?
Aren't I the youngest in this whole group, actually, now that
No,
I
you're
think
not.
about it? I'm
Get
not.
get the fuck out of here.
Who's the baby?
Bitch, I'm baby.
Your baby? How
Get
old are you?
out. I am 21, but my birthday is the latest out of it. Well, sorry, Damien is baby.
Is
I
Damien
lied.
baby?
He's like 19 or some shit like that.
Is he? Oh, that's right. Remember when he used to lie to us that he would like, he always like. I remember he was a junior in our senior year, right?
Yeah.
Remember he always went around pretending he was a senior.
Yes, I remember.
He
that.
was so
Mhm.
adamant. He's just like, no, guys, I'm a senior. What was
God,
that about?
Look, I don't know, man. I think because he associated himself with like us, that he just accepted that he was just in a different class.
We
I think
literally
that's what
had,
happened.
yeah, but we literally had like we had like every class like in our group. Like I don't think we excluded anybody. We weren't like fuck you freshmen. We weren't those kind of high schoolers. And so my thought is like, if he did that to be cool, wouldn't he immediately be uncool when he doesn't graduate with us and gets held back a year?
I mean,
I feel like that trade-off isn't really worth it at that point.
I don't know. I just think he probably, because I think then again, our group, yeah, you're right. We did accept a lot of different of like the classes and also clubs and shit.
The classes.
That I think, yeah, yeah, classes, man. You got class of 2017, class
yeah.
of 2018. You know,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
That's
different
what you meant.
classes, man.
We're just
But,
collecting all of them under the sun.
Yeah, but that's how we were, you know? We just did it. We just collected people. And I think because we collected people, that we gave everyone the sense of identity that we were just, you know, one cohesive unit.
We're adding
And
them
so-
into the file of corporate slaves that we'll soon have.
I mean, we were pretty much a hive mind, so I wouldn't be like, it just happened.
We were a hive mind with you being like the as Barry B. Benson would put it, the worker drones, the worker bees that would go out and fly and get the pollen and such. Because you'd go between everybody's groups, and you would
Yeah.
like be the informant for every little like syndicate that we had that was splintered off from the main crew.
Yeah, that was, I don't know what happened to me senior year, but that happened, and I don't know, dude, it was a wild time. It was just, I don't know. And the best part is, it was like I would go from one group to the other, and it's usually because drama is happening. And so I'm just like, oh, hey, did you hear this? Goes over to the next group. Oh, did you hear this? Wait, there's something
Hey,
new. Goes to another group.
Did you know that Caroline got an STD?
Oh, you didn't hear from me though. Like
Ooh,
that was your whole
alright.
shtick. Just going around, just you're just like the drug dealer, and instead like you unravel your trench coat, and they're just like
Yeah.
text messages that you've like photocopied out and printed, and it's just like, will you go out with me, Stacy? And it's just like, hey, I got some Brandon hot takes on his relationships. What do you got going on? What's your fancy? You
I
got more
mean,
Kevin supernatural experiences. What do you want?
Oh my dude, I have so many of those. I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of information about that time of his life, and I don't know how to feel about it. Cause
So going back to the supernatural for a bit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back to Bigfoot. My brain's on like
No,
cryptids and
go
stuff
back.
right now. So back to the whole finding Bigfoot, and they do the mating call thing, right?
Mhm.
What are they gonna do? Because they call it a mating call, right? So
Yeah.
what are they gonna do when a Bigfoot just like comes out of the woods and like and he actually turns out to be real? Because I don't believe that he is a thing that exists. To be clear. Like so what if a Bigfoot just comes out full mass because it's a mating call and he's looking for that female Squatch to get, and then he just finds a group of just guys. What do they expect
I
to do
think-
at that point?
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
We have seen some scientific records of like, you know, animals in the wild just, you know, they don't care what sex it is, they'll fuck, right? So I imagine,
Bonobos.
like, straight up, they're calling this dude. He thinks someone wants to bone. They're there. They gotta run. Whoever's not fast enough to run is getting boned. I mean, no cap. Someone's getting pegged that day.
Yeah. You know, first year being called that, none of us ever fucking use that term.
Yeah, literally no one ever says that in our group. And I don't know why it's the first idea that came to mind.
Neither do I. This whole thing has just been random ideas thinly strung together by like the collective of everyone's. Yeah, I want to do it, but we don't know what we're doing, so let's just do whatever the first thing that comes to mind is.
Yeah, we're like bees. We take one order, we just run with it.
We're
We don't know
bees
what the
again.
order is, but we're doing it.
Ooh, all right. So what's your favorite conspiracy theory? I shared my blurry Bigfoot. What's your cup of tea on that end?
So, I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist, so I don't really follow
Really?
a lot. The only one I know, I don't know why, it's just
Like
for some reason all the
you're around like all of
Yeah.
us. I figured you'd like picked up at least a little bit about it, and plus I've been going a little bit crazy on it the past week myself.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think you're the only person who ever would like actively talk about them, because Literally, no
fun.
one else in the group ever talks about this.
I've talked
So
about it
it's
with
like-
somebody. I've talked about it with Mateo, with Kevin. I haven't with John yet.
But,
Yeah,
but
about
that's
it.
the thing. It's you who talks to them, not them talking to anyone else. Literally, it's just been you. Cause I can tell you straight up, unless it's some weird shit that we like are suddenly getting into, I don't think anyone's gonna talk about it. Like I don't think anyone has talked about conspiracy theories
Really?
in this group.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel a little called out now. Maybe I'm the nut.
You might be. Maybe this is just a simulation in your mind, and we're just here to like
Glitch in the
entertain
Matrix.
you. Yeah.
Man, if life is just like a video game that I'm like hooked up to a machine or something, I want my fucking money back. I want to get out of this VR. I could have much better. Can I play on easy mode if that's the case? Is there like? Can I-
Sorry.
Can I just like change spawn point to like to?
Oh.
mi-
Bro, wait.
I
Wait a minute.
I started in Florida. Like that's a pretty rough start.
I don't know, man. You're gonna have to get like some administrative access to do that. You're gonna have to take it up with whatever's controlling this.
What Discord mod do I have to pretend to be a girl for?
God. Oh my God. No, actually, speaking of that,
Oh,
I've
no.
seen like a ton. I don't know why, but there's like a whole trend of like catfishing and stuff. And literally, I'm like,
It's a
bro.
trend.
Yeah, because, okay, so the trend is more about, like, being a sugar baby, but a lot of times, like, the people who are like, oh, yeah, I'm being, like, a sugar baby, they're all like, yeah, I'm totally catfishing this man. Like, I'm getting the glow up, I'm getting the makeup on, I'm looking like a whole other person, and I'm just getting that bread and leave. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm like, no cap, I don't want to do that. Like...
I'm
Like, I shut up, I'm like,
I'm sorry. It just seems so unnatural. It's so forced.
I'm telling you, no one ever says it.
Just the fact.
No one says it.
Why did we name it this? Alright, I'm
I-
sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
Go
no, no.
on.
Literally, just really quickly on that note, I just typed it randomly when we were like, okay, so we were in a group call,
Right.
just for audience's perspective. We were in a group call thinking about the name for
Don't
our
call them the
company.
audience. Call them the fucking corporate slaves. Be mean
Oh,
to
yeah,
them.
our
Don't be
corporate
nice
slave.
to them.
Our
They watch
corporate-
us.
yeah,
They're
you-
clearly not good people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they be our bitches. No cap, no cap. But I literally was in our call looking at TikTok, and a video came up, and the dude, I don't know what they were doing at this point, but I just know that the words "no cap" came up in their video, and I'm like, you know what? This would be funny. It'll be like a short, sweet little thing. Mateo would totally like the acronym, so I just typed it. I literally just typed it down for like one of our ideas, and Mateo looked at it, and he ran with
That's
that
the one.
shit. And I was like,
That.
I guess I'm a genius.
Do we get a raise?
I cracked the code,
Am I the first one to get paid because of this?
right? Can I get my royalties,
Please
please?
get my royalties.
But anyways, back to the catfishing. The reason why I really remember this is I remember seeing a video on it earlier today of this girl straight up going, "Yeah, I'm on this sugar baby app." Trying to get like her sugar daddy and stuff, and she straight up follows up like, so everyone, like anyone who wants to like do this, here's some photos that catfish the men with, and I'm straight up like, oh honey, pass that real quick, and I'm literally watching like her like seeing like the catfish photos
Right.
she's posting, and I'm like, you know, I kind of want to get that bread though. Not gonna lie, I'm a college student, don't got a real job, it'd be easy.
Well, my friend actually hard flexed on me with that. So I met her in at Palm Beach State. Her name's Susie. I'm sure she won't mind me name dropping, but it's one of the people I was planning on rooming with for a little while right before COVID hit. She ended up having to go up to Pensacola for family reasons, but about I want to say 3 months ago, she signed up for that Sugar Baby app, and let me tell you, she found herself a sugar daddy. And she goes to hang out with him like 3 times a week. This man is setting her up. Like, he is He is like
Oh.
teaching her how to do the stock market. She's like setting up like retirement funds for her, and he's like, oh, put the money, like he's not putting his own money in it. He's teaching her how to do it and making the accounts for her so she could just drop the money in and just see everything like start to raise and go up.
Okay, wait.
And then she's like, and she's like, it's not even bad. He's great at the sex, and they literally just smoke and watch like TV while they're actually like hanging out. So it's not like anything weird. She's just like, yeah, no, he's actually kind of a friend too. He's a chill dude. And I'm just like, what?
So, really quickly, because the way you said it, like he's helping her set up accounts and stuff. It's not like he has any direct access. He's just showing her what
Correct.
to do, right?
Correct.
Okay, all right. For a second, I was about to be like, "Oh, he'd be
No.
watching." Like,
No.
Okay.
He's setting up the account. So, and she has I forget how much it was, but for like every week, it was something kind of ridiculous, but I can't remember the numbers, and I don't want to either low or highball it, but like, she doing good. she's just like, I'm living the dream, and I'm just like, I know you did what all of us do, because all of us college students have the same dream. It's either find us a sugar daddy or mama, or get hit by public transport on campus.
Honestly, yes.
That is the two dreams that all of us wish to have, and she's done one of them, and I'm so mad. I'm not mad. I'm
It
happy
looks like
for
I'm
her.
about to cop some photos real quick and pretend to be someone, because that sounds like a good job to me.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, she's like doing actual work too. Like she literally hangs out with him like 3 hours, like on 2 or 3 days out of the week, like after her work. So yeah, she pays for the weed. He like pays for the weed,
okay.
pays for like food and everything, for like all of that. Gets her gifts and then the usual allowance. So like, fucking good on her. I never thought I'd meet somebody who actually like did that, but she's just like, nah, man, I'm kind of a hoe. I'm just like, I know, but like, come on, man.
No.
Really?
She's not a hoe. She's an entrepreneur. We gotta get this right. It's an entrepreneurial business.
No.
That's-
She's letting the entrepreneur her. Because the man with the money is the real entrepreneur, dude.
I don't know, man. I mean, she's putting in the hours and the work. I think it could be considered a job.
Isn't entrepreneurship basically like starting something that like hasn't been done before though? Or am I just misunderstanding what the word means?
Yeah, it's essentially like that, where you're either a startup or you're doing something new.
Gotcha. And speaking of words that you don't know, how about
Oh,
we
no.
roll on into
no.
oh no. How about we roll on into this episode of Diction Addiction. So, are you excited to learn about words you probably have no idea what the fuck they are, have never heard of before? No, you're not allowed to leave call. You're trapped. Corporate slave. You're beneath me on the totem pole.
God damn it! I knew I should have signed that contract.
Like, what, the one of like the napkin at the bottom of a Five Guys? No, at the bottom of a Steak and Shake napkin. We just all gathered around. Yeah. All right. So the word of the day. Would you like a definition? Or no, I'm gonna. That's right. I give the word, and you have to think of the definition.
I was about to be like, I would need the word. I would need the word before I ask for a definition.
Welcome to the Bucks of Plenty 7th annual spelling bee. We have Mikey over here, and your word today is carcinization.
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 Carcinization. Can you give it to me in a sentence?
Oh baby, I could give it to you in whatever way you want. As the evidence started to roll in, we could see a good amount of carcinization in the areas near
I am the marine biologist, and I'm forgetting the term for where the ocean meets freshwater. Estuary.
The delta?
Estuaries.
Oh.
We are seeing a high level of carcinization in the estuaries amongst the crustaceans in the area.
Amongst the crustaceans? The fuck is this?
It's so much better than you could think of.
Can you give me any of the?
I have two hints for you.
Do you have any of the Latin root words? Can you give
Yeah.
me? Okay.
Carson.
Carthen.
Carson is that kind of gave it away. Just think so. Carcinization, crustacean. Those two words are related. What is a crustacean?
Like a crab, or
Right.
like something with a shell.
Right. I'll give
So-
you the crab.
It's a crab. What would a fucking crab do? Crabs would eat. They would probably either look for a shell or be made of a shell.
Crabs always have their own shell. They don't look for shells. You're
Okay.
thinking hermit crabs.
Okay.
Which aren't
okay,
technically crabs, but it's another story.
So they got their own shell. So are they gathering? Okay, is it like a crustacean who
Do you want a
gathers
hint before you-
oxygen? Oh,
Do you want to hit prior?
yes. Give me that.
It has to deal with evolution.
So, okay, it's like the process. Okay, so it's almost okay. So if it's like evolution, then is it just like the creation of like the crab, like how they are created?
What if I told you that you and everybody else secretly just desires to be a crab?
Oh, I think I saw a TikTok on this. Sorry, I'm quoting Twitter.
You have a problem.
I do, but I straight up saw a TikTok of someone looking up Wikipedia about how like evolution has like tried to recreate crabs
Yes.
so many times,
So
and they constantly recreate the same thing.
So carcinization, it's an example of a convergent evolution in which a crustacean evolves into a crab-like form from a non-crab-like form. The term was introduced to evolutionary biology by L.A. Bornadile, who it sounds like Totodile, who described it as one of the many attempts of nature to evolve a crab.
Like, all right.
It's like
Okay.
it's like so God himself is just like, yeah, remember all those other animals I made, those little amoeba? I just want them all to be crabs. They're so cute, they're little pincers, and they walk sideways. I kind of fucked them over, and I think it's great.
So what I'm getting is that the actual perfect being is not man, but
crab.
crab.
Yep, we are all
Okay.
crab people. South Park got it right in the first place. Crab people. That's what we should all
So what I'm getting is that Full Metal Alchemist is also wrong, because Full Metal Alchemist, to keep making things that are like humanoid in nature, but like
Nope.
father should have just made a crab.
be. Yep, mom
Then he
needed
would have
just,
had the perfect.
mom just needed to come back as a crab. Just re-evolve her into a crab. I mean, she was pretty
Yeah.
cancerous in her while she was living too, so might as well keep up that trend.
Philosopher's Stone. All you needed was a shell, man. You just gotta be crab.
Just had to go down to the Krusty Krab, pull up Mr. Krabs. Just get him to sacrifice him to the dark circles of. I actually have no idea. I've never actually seen. Help!
SpongeBob.
No, not SpongeBob. Full Metal Alchemist. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
So I don't actually get the reference. All I know is that like the dude's arm gets cut off and like their mom's dead and they try and make their mom.
Yep.
He ends up killing his brother, which comes back as like a robot.
Yeah, he bound his brother's soul to a set of iron, to an iron suit. Yeah,
What a mad lad.
it's wild. Look, I'm just gonna say this: the best meme is when anyone ever references the girl dog, because I don't know her name, but there's a
Okay.
scene in the series. No, sorry, there's a part of the series where like this scientist dude, he's like an alchemist or whatever the fuck, and he's like trying to like I think make the Philosopher's Stone, which is like, oh, this mythical, super powerful item that's supposed to grant immortality and do anything you ever wish for.
Dude, the Philosopher's Stone only burns Voldemort's face. That's it. That's all it does. I don't know why they want it.
Look, okay, J.K. Rowling was a cranky old white lady. Okay, she don't count. She does not compare to the Japanese who make the mangas. All right,
Oh no.
they are.
Don't get on this. Don't make this channel a weeb channel. Don't just
Look,
be
man.
like, oh, the Western culture is just so bad. We need all the women and literature and shows to come from the East, which is clearly superior. I don't get that shit out of here. I don't
Look,
want no
I wasn't trying to be
incel
an
logic.
I wasn't trying to be an Eastern supremacist, but if you want me to,
No,
I'll
no, no,
go
no, no,
down
no.
this
Get
path.
out of here with this incel logic, man.
Look, either way, the scientist dude, alchemist dude, whatever the fuck I don't even remember
Right.
what his actual title was, but anyways, he's like, I think trying to make it or whatever, and he has like a daughter and a dog, and
Oh,
he's
no.
like, I don't know what happened or whatever, but he kind of goes crazy, and he literally uses his daughter and the dog to like, oh, he's making homunculi. That's what. Okay, so homunculi are like, they're just like Frankenstein's. They're just dolls
Mhm.
that you make to control. So he's making one, and he uses his daughter and the dog to make one, and he go and like shoot up. She's like the cutest child. The dog is fun. They set up the whole scene of how adorable and loving she is, just to immediately murk the shit out of her and the dog, make them into this ugly hybrid, and just watch as the main MC has to kill her.
So what I'm hearing is once again a failed attempt to clone cute dog girls or cute cat girls is what I'm hearing.
Yep.
He
Yep.
wanted to so what I'm hearing is this old pervy scientist man saw a cute dog and a cute girl and
Yep.
said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make my daughter a cute cat girl or a cute dog girl." Is what I'm getting.
Oh yeah. And he failed.
This is why we don't make furry. This is why they're
Look,
just
man.
This is why they're just bad conceptually.
I think actually a lot of the weed people might be moving away from, well, not necessarily moving away from it, but they may not be as attentive to it. Cause I'm gonna reference it again. Sorry, I have an addiction. But on TikTok, a lot of what I'm seeing is maid outfit boys. That's the new trend. Boys in maid outfits.
All right, so when am I gonna get my set then? I gotta follow the trends. We gotta be on the trends in order to cash in on the trend.
HR hasn't sent us a uniform yet, so I can't tell you anything.
All as uniform. I love this. I love how we just all answer to HR. It's just let's make a conspiracy theory right now about what what the HR of No Cap Studio really is. So what kind of sentient beings work as our HR department?
Okay, so one of the staff is the biblical, like the original biblical design for angels. Just floating objects of like random circles and eyes and wings just existing, like that.
Okay.
Lots of thoughty demons, because we are obviously, half of us are like sexually
So the
depraved.
angel's only there because I petitioned it to be. Everybody's just like, nah, let's get hot demon girls in there. I'm just like, can we have like one wholesome character?
No. These are like, traditional. These are like the Western style of angels, like where they got like, oh, we're pure and holy with like the halo.
I know.
Yeah, no,
That's
biblically
still wholesome
accurate
to me.
angels.
That's still wholesome to me. It's more wholesome than this hourglass curved red skin pigment. Oh god, what's the one game that came out? The Helltaker. Like you just got the cast from Helltaker in there?
Pretty much.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of HR anymore. I don't want to be sent there. That doesn't even sound like a punishment anymore at that point. That sounds like the majority of you guys would just be like, "Oh, I need to get sent to HR again." Okay.
No, remember, the biblical angels are the ones who are going to be like the enforcers and make hell for us. The thoughty demons are the ones who are going to support and give us our benefits.
All right. So we've actually seen HR. We get to interact with them. Then they're not just some otherworldly being that is just an entity that we don't contract with.
We haven't seen like the head president / chief of whatever, the main honcho of HR.
What do you think the angel's voice would sound like? Do you think it would be like a nice holy voice, or would it just be like more demonic than any of the thoughty demons?
I would like to imagine that they can change their voice.
That she would just, I am here to judge your worth, puny mortal.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say, and it's gonna literally be probably like the weebish shit I could say, but
are you gonna go high-pitched fucking anime girl?
Yeah. No. Like the demons could sound like they are. They could probably sound like like unintelligent, like ununderstandable creatures from hell that wish to like doom our souls but look thoughty. But like the angels, like these like
thought we only had
horrifying
one.
beings. Huh?
I thought we only had one. You said we only had one at the time.
Like the one angel?
Yeah. I thought it was the
Honestly,
one angel and then the rest are a fuck ton of thoughty demons is what you said.
Actually, I would agree with that because we don't have the funds for that. So
Wait,
we
so
would
they're all...
have-
Wait, so how do we pay... No, all right, I'm starting to understand now. So we all gave up our souls to make contracts with them, and all y'all produce
gave up your
thoughty
soul?
demons while I let out this fucking demonic angel-looking entity of death.
Wait.
Because
You gave
we...
your soul?
If we aren't getting paid, not anymore.
I
It
just gave-
went to my angel.
I just gave my body.
Oh.
That's my
Dude,
body.
your audio your audio peaked in such a way to where it doubled your laugh when you would so it sounded like some like otherworldly being was actually speaking from you afterwards. That was kind of trippy. I hope that picked up in the audio. That would be very convenient.
That's the biblical angel speaking.
No, because it
Sometimes
wasn't
they
high
want to.
pitch.
Oh, oof.
So you want her voice to be like nah, not right now.
I
You know
want
what,
their
fuck.
voice to sound like a child, but
Hi.
anime.
I heard that you've had some issues. Nah, it's not coming today.
Not kawaii enough. Sorry.
Not kawaii enough. Ah, my bad.
Look.
I haven't done any
It
warm-ups.
needs to be like the old school anime. Like a very small anime girl who could be a child but is actually 10 billion years old. Super
Stop.
high pitched
Stop.
kawaii voice.
You're making the argument for people to be okay with lollies. That's not fine. You
No,
can't just
no.
you can't just
Because
slap
the
an age.
voice. No. The voice is on a biblically correct angel. It ain't a lolly if it ain't got pigtails. Just think about it.
I don't want to
Think
think
about it.
I don't want to
It
think
ain't a
about it.
lolly. It ain't a lolly if it ain't
You
got
know-
no pigtails.
Did I ever tell you the story about how I fucked with people at my old job by using all the voices I could do?
No.
So
Ooh.
back when I used to work at the fresh market, and I could get a couple of people to vouch for it, but so I was just a cashier once again from last rant, and I would just bag and scan the items. You know, it took 2 seconds. But the bakers were incompetent. Like, let me tell you.
Ooh.
So they couldn't put on their codes right. They would always have it like folded, so I'd have to like take an extra 3 seconds to like flip it over, straighten it out, so I could scan it. Or I'd even the worst of the two, they would like accidentally cut part of it off, so I had to like hand type each like number on the bottom, and it would be the worst. So I got fed up enough to where I devised a plan to where the next new person who joined, I would get him to quit. So I mostly used.
Whoa.
So
That's
I
like a real churn.
So I mostly used. No, I say that because you'll hear what I'm doing. So
Okay.
I usually work closing shift, and since I was in the front end, I only just had to like mop up my area, the 2 bathrooms, and that was it. So I was always done before like every
Okay.
other section. And before we leave, we had to wait till everyone in the department or everybody in the store was done. So I would often go and help the bakers. So I went there a couple of times while the kid was still being in training, but his first night alone when he was closing, I was the one to come and help him, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'll be cleaning the display case up front. Can you go back at the coolers and make sure that like, you know, everything's put away and everything?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got you." So I was smart about this. So what I did was I left my phone up in my desk at the cash register, so he couldn't like blame it on like some sort of phone recording. So I just found a place to like hide, and I just went, "I want my cupcake. I want my cupcake." And then I came running at him like, "Did you fucking hear that?" And he was just like,
Oh.
"What?" And I was like, you can't be fucking me. I didn't just hear that right now. Did you? That wasn't just me, right?" And so he was just like, "No, what?" And so he came and walked back with me. There was no one there, and we went into the back room. No one was in there. So of course he's just like, "No, that had to have been you, right?" I'm just like, "Do you really think I can?" Because like I'm a 6'1" big boy. Like, you're not going to expect
Yeah.
me to make that voice. And I'm just like, "No." He's just like, "No, you record something on your phone." And I just turned out my pockets. I'm just like, "No, I don't have anything on me. Like, we could go up front and I could show you my phone." And he was just like, "Okay, yeah, sure." And so I walked up front with him after we were done cleaning, and I pulled my phone out, and he was just like, "Bruh." So I decided to keep this up. So every night that I close with him, which was the next night, which was the next 2 nights, because then I had a 2 or 3 day break because I was going off on a trip to go to Gainesville to visit my girlfriend at the time, or not Gainesville, Tallahassee, to visit my then girlfriend, and so every night I would do the same voice line, just the "I want my cupcake" every night, and then I would just do the same freak out, and he was convinced that there was just this spirit of a tiny child just wanting some damn cupcake being pulled out of nowhere, and he even left one out on the last night that I was there just in case, thinking that it wouldn't happen. And so eventually, you know, I thought it was hilarious. I started telling the other coworkers, and somebody ratted on me. But man, if I did not have him go, he didn't even start cleaning his section until I got there, because he was actually genuinely afraid by the 3rd day.
God, what a okay. I don't even know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel.
What do you mean?
The poor child who had to go through.
He was older than me. I was like 19 at the.
I don't care how old he is. I'll still refer to him as child. Okay. Everyone's a child in my eyes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of hot. It's 'cause that plays into the whole daddy
wait,
thing you got going on there.
I was gonna say, you didn't correct that statement.
I did. I corrected it. I fixed myself.
Because I mean, if you didn't, FBI would be trying to open up real quick.
Do you think they'd shoot me?
No hesitation, they would.
Yeah, so Mikey is dead. You kept me off of this mortal coil. But before I do, give me a message. Say any words you wish to speak to the devil, because I shall be seeing him soon.
Ooh. Okay.
That's a hint for the Halloween special that'll be going on soon in our Spooktober Jeopardy game board.
Oh. Okay. Hints. I see.
So you go ahead and get your hint ahead of time, because. So that's one thing. We're recording this right before Halloween. This episode probably won't air until 2-3 days after the fact on the Monday following.
Probably.
But man, so I already know. So I'm hosting the game show for the people in the crew. I don't know exactly how many we're gonna get to play, but I made it like 70% like bare basic common knowledge, and then the other 30% is just bullshit.
What the fuck? God, what? There's gonna be like a whole category no one's gonna know what to fucking do with until we run out.
There's literally a category that's just 4 question marks.
Why? Oh, that's not even. I don't even. Did they even do that in Jeopardy? Did they even just leave a whole category blank?
So the categories are as follows. It's Halloween music. No, it's Halloween. No, it's Halloween movies.
Right.
Fuck, I don't even remember anymore. I need to host this in like 30 minutes.
Wow, great. Fantastic. I expected so much.
I made it in like literally an hour, just sitting on my mom's couch. I wasn't even at like my big ass computer that I have set up right here. I had to take myself away from it, and I was just on my rinky-dink laptop. I have my puppers next to me, and I was just like, all right, let's crank this out. And I got bored halfway through, so I just started filling the board.
I mean,
with the
okay,
last column.
because I mean, when you fucking pulled out the crustacean question on me, honestly, that's all I'm thinking about now from the options. You're just gonna pull something like, all right,
there's
guys,
addiction.
There's
Addiction section for the Jeopardy.
Literally, it's just gonna be. So, what's the evolutionary process for making the perfect being?
for making it perfect. All right. Let's go into this more. What if you could like? So if you had the opportunity to make one species of animal, taking like parts of other animal, whether they be real or not, like let's say you have 5 traits you get to pick from different animals.
Okay.
You can't pick from the same animal twice. What is the creature you'd make? It doesn't have to be good. You could just make your creature that you want.
Okay, so wings.
From?
Wings from like a bat. So bat wings.
Bat wings? Like the actual size, or would it be to scale of your animal?
Scale to animal.
No. So here's this. And even if it's not to scale, it'll function exactly as if it were on the original. So if you give it hummingbird wings, it would be them tiny ass little flaps on the back, but it would still give them the
Okay, never mind.
aerodynamics.
Okay, because if we're gonna defy all
Yeah,
logics of
we're
force
defying
like
logic.
a bee, if we're gonna make like have the power of a bee, I'm gonna give this man like this creature not to scale bat wings.
Okay.
It's gonna have like jellyfish regenerate, right? That's a thing. They do that,
If you
right?
want regeneration, starfish are typically a better option.
That's okay. There you go. So starfish's regeneration. I want the pure physique of a gorilla.
It's a terrifying fact about that. We've never seen a gorilla at full strength.
Yeah.
None of them know like proper bodybuilding techniques, so like just have fun with that thought at night. I Bigfoot would be even scarier. Blurry Bigfoot would be even bigger.
Blurry Bigfoot would be worse. Cause like it goes from like
pixelated
skinny
muscles
to absolute unit.
Me Bigfoot. Wait, no. What did we say his voice? Oh yeah. Ow.
Not enough dial tone. Sorry.
The Bigfoot you were trying to reach is currently unavailable.
Please try again.
Please try your mating call again in 2 to 3 days after he is no longer.
God, what is this? A fucking postal service delivery?
To leave a message for Bigfoot, press 1.
So, bat wings, starfish regeneration, gorilla physique, the brain of a human.
Okay.
And
what's the actual you say physique of a gorilla? Do you mean just a gorilla's body?
So, I
like,
guess
what do you want the main animal to be is kind of important too. Like, what are you putting all these
Okay.
features on? Because you got the 4 features that you want. What's the source animal? Oh no. I hate it already. Dude, it did the reverb thing again. Your
Yes.
demon's coming back.
I think it's my laugh. I think it's straight up bat. I don't know. But, okay. So, I literally cycled through 3 different animals for that question. My first one was turtle. But then I thought, no,
What
that's
kind?
too
Like,
basic.
Like land, like turtles that you find in like little ponds, or you mean like
Yeah,
big ass sea
little,
turtles?
little pond turtles.
Okay, little pond turtles, got it.
But then I canceled that because then I immediately went to seahorse.
You just like male pregnation, don't you?
No, because it was the shape and body of a seahorse in my mind. And I'm like, okay, you would not expect this thing to have
would be
like the strength
Kind
of
of
a gorilla.
terrifying. Yeah.
So you watch. So here's the thing. It's not like the same size as a seahorse. I'm imagining like 10-foot tall seahorse. A 10-foot tall seahorse.
So you want a hyper intelligent seahorse with the strength of a gorilla. And don't forget, seahorses spawn like thousands of babies at a
Yes.
time. And if
Yes.
it's to scale of the seahorse, they're going to be coming out like 3-4 feet.
Yeah. They all have tiny
I'm
bat
not, even,
wings.
I'm not even picturing like the animal itself. I'm just picturing the immediate army that it could just spawn ready to
Look, man,
kill.
I
at
didn't
any
say that
given
they weren't
notice.
gonna destroy everything. I'm just saying that this is what I want.
So then, but they would be fucked because they're still confined to the water, though.
Well, no, because you haven't gotten my 5th creature.
No, because the 5th creature was the base creature. You got the 4
No.
traits. And the base creature.
We're making them the base creature.
Yeah.
Oh, then I'm gonna scrap the gorilla part real quick.
Okay, losing the strength.
Yeah, cause if they can already fly, and they have the intellect of a human, and they can regenerate.
Porcupine.
Oh, just make them spiky.
Rain death from above. It just flies over cities and just rains down its fucking quills.
I mean, that would be scary, but I was thinking, is it platypuses that can breathe underwater?
Pistol shrimp.
Huh?
Make the last thing a pistol shrimp.
Can they breathe underwater?
No, so pistol shrimp.
mean,
so,
and
so
air?
pistol shrimps. Do you not know what a pistol shrimp is?
No.
Holy
No
shit,
clue.
pistol shrimps are like the most metal fucking animal in the world. So pistol shrimp, you could fit it on like my finger. Like it would probably be from like the second notch here up, and that's the size of a pistol shrimp, right?
Okay.
Tiny ass little thing. It's a little crustacean. It has like a little bit weird shape of a claw in its right hand, and when it does this, what do you think it does? Like it just closes. It attacks by closing its pincer really fast. What do you think that causes?
Oh, probably enough heat to like boil something.
The heat produced from a pistol shrimp's claw
Closing. So first off, it does it at such a speed that it creates a literal fucking vortex in the little
Okay.
palm of its finger. When it snaps, the sound produced is larger than an AR-15 going off right next to your ear, and it creates
Oh.
the heat hotter than the surface temperature of the fucking sun at 8,000 degrees Celsius. And it instantly kills fish. It just goes,
Why though? but what's its predator that it needs that? Like, who the fuck are they fighting?
no, literally, it's the funniest. If you look up a video, a fish just comes near it and it just goes, and the fish just goes,
I mean, same.
it just dies. It doesn't even die from the heat or anything. The shock wave from it instantly kills fish. The shock wave, not even the fact that it's hot, causes a vortex, the sound of it, just the literal shock wave from him closing his fucking pincers is enough to kill other fish instantly.
I mean,
So
who
just
the
sli-
fuck are you? Like, why did you evolve to become that? Who's your enemy? What, orcas? Because I mean, I can imagine you killing that shit. What was it, seals? Are you afraid of seals?
It's literally if there's any animal that's anime level protagonist of Broken, it's that. Because
literally.
it's literally just the snap you die. It's just the I omae wa mo dead. Literally Thanos slaps things out of existence.
Bruh. Who
So
the
just
fuck
smack one of
said
those bitches
that?
on your flying seahorse, like put it in the mouth, so it just projectile fires like death.
It's just a Pokemon. It shoots other Pokemon at you.
It shoots other fists. It's like a line from one of my. So this is a hidden gem of a song. It's called "What
Okay.
If the World Was Made of Glazed Donuts." I can't think of the band's name to save my life,
Oh.
but one of the lyrics is like, what if you could shoot heat-seeking missiles at everyone you hate? And then it's like,
Okay.
and the missiles shoot heat-seeking. No, and the missiles have crocodiles attached to them. No, what if you could shoot heat-seeking crocodiles at everyone you hate, and the heat-seeking crocodiles can shoot heat-seeking killer bees from its eyes to ensure that there's no escape.
Bruh. Bruh, what the fuck?
The song's great. If you haven't listened to it, highly recommend it. It's called "What If the World Was Made of Glazed Donuts." It's a fucking trip. It's so the actual title of the song is called "We Ran Out of Disk Space for Our Album," and so they just
Oh.
recorded like 4 to 5 minutes of bullshit lyrics.
Okay.
Because like other lines are just like, "What if your head was shaped like a trapezoid, or Mexico, or Texas and Hawaii?"
Wait, why though? Why?
But I do have
Fuck.
one creature that I feel like can stand up to your seahorse of death, though.
Okay.
I want the base to be a jellyfish,
Okay.
and then I just want to put 3% more of water in its body.
Doesn't that just mean it's water?
Yep.
It just is. It just is.
How can you kill water? Tell me. You vaporize me with
well.
your heat. Boom! I go into the stratosphere. I become a cloud, motherfucker. What are you gonna do?
I mean, if we keep going by that, then you just become us.
How would I become you?
Because we're like 97% water. So you just become part of our body as we drink you.
But you can't drink all of us. There's gonna be one drop somewhere left, unless there's like a complete world-ending. Well, I guess your fucking seahorses would be world-ending devastation. You could literally shoot out. You could literally shoot out 8,000-degree fucking Celsius levels of friction.
Yeah, literally, the probably the process of creating my seahorses alone is deadly. And then the
Carlito.
action, huh?
Carlito can take you on.
Carlito.
Carlito. So we had a task back in 7th or 8th grade in Mr. Vanette's class. It was me and Anthony were partnered up. Anthony and I don't talk anymore, but we didn't really add any features from like existing creatures. But our like 13-year-old brains came up with the most terrifying like dragon ever. So it was a dragon. It's a typical like Western winged dragon.
Okay.
That as a tail had like the spiked ball of a not Stegosaurus. What's the
one dinosaur.
Armodon?
The one that's flat.
Armalodon? Armadon,
Armelodon,
maybe something like that. Something along those lines. It had that tail, but its tail also could like coil to like so it could like hang upside down and like it falls asleep like a bat.
Okay.
Its babies were explosive, so its children were explosive.
So they just detonate?
That's all. Yeah. He could like call upon like a strike with its kid. It would just be like it would feed the kid, and then the kid would just start like shitting himself, and it would like propel itself towards the enemy like a literal missile being ejected from its kangaroo pouch of like a mom's like protective belly, and it would just go like and it would just detonate on impact. Yeah, I don't know either, but we named it Carlito for whatever reason as well.
How the fuck do they reproduce then if all their kids are dead? Like, you just missile projected your children and then what? You're
Asexual
extinct?
reproduction, 5 head. They need to make more ammo somehow.
So, they were biologically created to be asexual, but they still reproduce to create missile children.
No, asexual doesn't. No. Asexual just means you produce by yourself. Like you have both.
No. What I mean is like, okay, so even though you're producing by yourself, you're still removing your offspring by using them as a weapon. So inevitably, if you just keep using them, you'll go extinct.
Just be like people in a failing marriage. Just have another kid.
Bro, I think you just traumatize it, like cause like PTSD or some shit. I think we'd get literally like fucking demonetized or some shit, cause like I don't know what the term is, but like I'm pretty sure you just triggered.
You too.
Like,
why did we get demonetized?
Yo, I don't know, man. You just got too real. I'm sorry.
Literally.
It just kind of hit home. My bad.
Literally cause a lot of people to suffer their trauma all at once.
I mean, if they're already watching us, they're messed up enough as is.
That's true.
What's a little more break? Like, let's go with the logic of 2 wrongs make a right. Maybe like the crack will like crack into the crack, somehow making it stronger because they'll both fall in on each other.
God, the way you started that, I thought when you said 2 wrongs make a right, and then you went with crack, I literally thought you said crab. So I literally like.
Are you trying to
crab?
crystinization? Are you trying to crystinization? You become a crab, Mikey? All your thoughts becoming crab?
Being. I'm just trying to become the perfect being, man. It's just what I am.
But then my next question is, what's the next step you take forward?
Dude, I go to where I belong, the water.
You can't progress anymore. You can't take further steps. You'd start walking sideways. You're a crab.
Okay. Oh, true. I'd sidestep to the ocean though, because that's where I belong.
I don't even think they primarily breathe. I think they do need oxygen. I'm pretty certain they need oxygen.
But counterpoint: the ocean has beaches, and as the video
the
crab
land has
rave
beaches.
No. So as the video crab rave provides evidence for, crabs gather at large bodies of water to perform their rave. And so,
continue. My bad.
No. Because we are oh god, my video just went unfocused. But there we go. But as we are raving, we then become the true ultimate being, Crab God.
Crab
We are
God.
just
Wouldn't you
Sorry,
just become
because-
Cancer then?
So I'm gonna see myself out real quick. Nah, so normally I would say Crab Jesus, but we're above even him, so we become Crab God.
Who's All right. What sins do crabs commit that required
just
Crab
being-
Jesus to die for their sins?
If you don't sidestep correctly, that's your first sin. If you don't snap your pincers to the rhythm of the song, that's your second sin. And third sin is being too pure and perfected.
Being too pure is a sin. Wait, what? Wait.
Because we're just so imperfect. Like sorry, not imperfect. We're just so perfect that we're just a sin as is.
Speaking of crabs, one of the more common
STDs?
theories as to what happened to Amelia Earhart, or one of the working theories, is they found bone, like a partial bone residence of what can be considered a very tall woman, which Amelia Earhart was for the time, remains on an island near where they crashed. And the working theory is the reason they don't have a full set of bones is because a bunch of crabs ate her, bones including.
As a crab myself, I would probably vouch that Amelia Earhart would probably be tasty, so I could see us eating her.
Okay, well, on that note, Mikey's now a crab. I guess we're all gonna become crabs soon. There you go. Yeah, pince away, buddy. We're gonna try our best to carcinization around here a little bit more. You know, become our higher being of the greater power, as you may. And if you want to go ahead and save me from having to say carcinization ever again, how about you guys go ahead and input your own word for Diction Addiction for the next installment of the Full Caps podcast. So leave it down in the comments below. I read every comment myself, and I try to reply to everyone that I can. So if you have a very high IQ, 300 IQ brain, Mikey, you're throwing me the fuck off right now. Why are you Egyptian now? Why are crabs Egyptian? Whatever.
Because we're the true aliens that built the pyramids. Sorry.
Oh, where was this on the conspiracy theory talk? But yeah,
I am the conspiracy theory.
leave your go ahead and leave your words or your just ideas in general in the comments, and I'll go ahead and read them all, and whichever one I like most I'll go ahead and feature in next week's edition of Diction Addiction. This has been the Full Caps podcast, and we're going to go ahead and see you next week. Bye guys.
Bye.